Sorry about the second part to this video, but I have a maximum upload of 15 minutes, so I decided to break it up into two parts. So when we're taking a look at example 5, we have 5 to the x minus 1 plus 3 equals 128. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plus 3 over to the right-hand side with the 128. And I'm going to be left with 5 to the x minus 1 is equal to 128 subtract 3. 5 to the x minus 1 is equal to 125. I'm sorry, I have no idea what's going on here. Now I can rewrite 125 with a base of 5. So I know that 125 is 5 cubed. 5 times 5 times 5. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rewrite that. So 5 to the x minus 1 is equal to 5 cubed. Now at this point, my bases are the exact same, so I can say that my exponents are equal. So x minus 1 is equal to 3. I'm going to bring this minus 1 over, and I'm going to get x is equal to 3 plus 1. X is equal to 4. In example 6, this is the first time that we're dealing with a base that we have to convert both. So typically we've just been converting to one of the bases that we already see. In this case, we have a 1 over 8 and a 1 over 16. There's no way that we can get 16 to be of base 8, so we are going to have to change both of them. We're going to be using a base of 2, and so the first thing that I'm going to be doing is rewriting my 1 over 8 and my 1 over 16. So first things first, 1 over 8 is going to become 1/2 cubed. Now I still need to keep my exponent of x. My 1 over 16 is going to become 1/2 to the 4, but I still need to keep my x minus 1. My next step is to simplify my exponents, and so I'm left with 1/2 to the 3x and then I'm left with 1/2 to the 4x minus 4. Now what I did to get that was I did the 4 times x and the 4 times minus 1. So now that my bases are the exact same, they're both 1/2, I can go ahead and I can equate my exponents. So 3x is equal to 4x minus 4. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring this 4x onto the left-hand side, and I'm going to get 3x take away 4x is equal to minus 4. So a negative 1x is equal to minus 4. Divide both sides by negative 1, and I'm left with x is equal to 4. Last example, and what we're noticing here is that we have exponents inside of our exponents. I did make this a little bit easier on you because if you look at this question, immediately you're going to notice that your bases are already the exact same. So I get to skip the whole part of making my bases the same, and I get to go right into the step where I equate my exponents. So the exponent on the left-hand side is x squared minus 3x. And the exponent on the right-hand side is 2x minus 4. So I'm going to go ahead and since I see an x squared and an x and a number, I know that there's no way I'm going to be able to just solve for x like normal by isolating x. So I'm going to make everything on one side. I'm going to set this equation equal to 0. So x squared minus 3x, this 2x is going to come over as a minus 2x. And this minus 4 is going to come over as a plus 4. X squared minus 5x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now at this step, since I do see a simple trinomial, I am going to attempt to factor it. And in this case I can. I'm going to find two numbers that multiply to 4 and add to negative 5. I can't write here. And those two numbers that multiply to 4 and add to negative 5 are going to be a negative 4 and a negative 1. So now that I have those two numbers, I can do x minus 4, x minus 1, which means that I get an answer of x is equal to positive 4 and x is equal to positive 1.